to Yoga for Surrender. We'll begin in devotional, so you can come on down to your mat, knees out wide to the edges of your mat, big toes together, hips sink back to your heels and forehead relaxes down to your mat. You'll just start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths here, settling in, letting go. And as you're deepening your breath, lengthening your spine, releasing, letting go, some food for thought on surrender. So what is our yoga practice really about? It's about getting familiar with ourselves, with our minds and our habits, including all the ways we habitually create our own discontent. So rather than trying to make ourselves more comfortable, what if we tried to expand our comfort zones? The first step is recognizing how we create our own discomfort. And asana can be a great method for this recognition, because a lot of feelings, both physical and emotional, come up when we move our bodies. If we can stay with our feelings and relax our habitual thought responses, we begin to get familiar with the flow or the vinyasa of our own experience. We can start to recognize that everything that arises also dissolves. Our asana practice can help us simply be with whatever it is that comes up. When we can do this, we can start to look inside ourselves for growth. We can trust the practice itself, the practice of witnessing our lives. Just taking one or two more breaths in your devotional. As you're ready for some movement, you can start to rock your hips and your forehead side to side. On an inhale, we're going to lift up and come forward to hanging cobra. So hips release forward, feet come together. So the heels and the insides of your feet. We'll press back to devotional. One more breath. Inhaling to lift up to tabletop, all fours. We'll flow through a couple cat-cows or barrel rolls if that would feel good. Starting to warm up the spine. And when your sides feel even, coming back to neutral. On an inhale, we're going to extend the right arm and left leg out. So gaze stays down at those left fingertips. Left toes are flexed, reaching out through that heel. One more deep inhale, lengthening. We'll bring elbow to knee on the exhale, crunching in. Inhaling to lengthen out. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling back out. Hand and knee can come back down, and then we'll inhale the left arm, right leg. Really reaching out through the left fingertips, right heel. And one more inhale, extending out. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to crunch. One more time. Hand and knee can come back down. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And finding whatever movements here would feel good, pedaling it out, shaking your head yes and no, just kind of going with the flow of whatever draws you. One more full breath. At the bottom of your exhale, looking forward. Gently walk forward to meet your hands, coming into forward fold. Inhaling to half table. On an exhale, releasing forward, softening your knees, slowly curling up one vertebra at a time, really taking your time. Shoulders can shrug up and down your back. Good. Palms can press at heart center. Shoulders relax down, feet ground down. On an inhale, extending up. Exhaling to swan dive, releasing forward. Fingertips to your mat, left foot steps back, lunge. Back knee releases down, really pressing into that right foot and leg. Inhaling to lift, core is strong, arms come up overhead. Bring palms to heart center here. Nice deep inhale, lengthening up. Back toes can curl under. On the exhale, we'll twist to the right, hooking that left elbow around the opposite knee. Lifting your heart up toward your thumbs. You can always come up off the back knee. One more breath. And back knee can release back down. We'll inhale, arms back overhead. Exhaling, fingertips down, shifting back toward that left heel for half splits, half Hanuman. So right toes lift up. Could have a bend in that knee. Your next inhale, walking your hands back toward the top of your mat. We're going to come up off the back knee. And then front foot sweeps back to plank. We'll flow through a vinyasa here. So on your inhale, shifting forward, lowering no lower than 90 degrees. Inhaling to up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 2 full deep breaths. At the bottom of your exhale, looking forward, gently walking forward to meet your hands. Inhaling, half table. On an exhale, releasing forward, forward fold. Knees soften. We'll slowly lift one vertebra at a time. Shrugging your shoulders up and down your back. And bringing feet to about hip distance apart. We're going to come to chair here in the center. So Utkatasana, weight comes into your heels. Any variation with your arms. Maybe peeking down, making sure you can see all your toes. One more breath. On your inhale, slowly extending up. You can come up to the balls of your feet. We'll exhale, slowly releasing forward into forward fold. Fingertips to your mat. Right foot steps back to low lunge. And back knee releases down to your mat. Pressing into that front foot, we'll lift to a baby crescent. Shoulders relax down away from your ears. Back toes curl under. We'll bring palms to heart center. Nice deep inhale, lengthening up. On the exhale, twisting to your left. Hooking the right elbow, lifting your heart toward your thumbs. Option to come up off the back knee. One more breath. Back knee can release back down. We'll inhale back to the center, arms overhead. Exhaling, fingertips down, shifting back for half Hanuman. Inhaling to walk the hands back to the top of your mat. We'll come up off the back knee. Front foot steps back to plank. We'll flow through another vinyasa. So on your inhale, shifting forward, lowering down, no lower than 90 degrees. Inhaling, nice and strong, upward facing dog, pressing into the tops of your feet. Exhaling, downward dog. Couple breaths resetting. At the bottom of your next exhale, looking forward, walk or jump to the top of your mat. We'll inhale to up or half table. Exhaling forward. And soften your knees. We'll slowly curl up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders can shrug up and down your back. Coming to the top of your mat. Hands can come to your hips. We're going to step the left leg back for warrior one. So hips stay squared to the top of your mat. Pressing into both feet, lifting up out of the waist. Good. Nice deep inhale, lengthening up, shoulders relax down. On the exhale, we'll come forward, airplane warrior. 2 or 3 breaths. Spine stays long. On an inhale, we'll lift back up. You can extend that front leg, exhaling to bend. Nice deep inhale. We'll exhale forward, airplane warrior. Neck stays long, spine stays long. On an inhale, lengthening up, front leg can extend. We'll exhale, bending the knee. We're going to do that one more time. Deep inhale here. Exhaling forward, airplane. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Spine's nice and long. Pressing that front foot. On an inhale, lifting. Good. Exhale to bend that knee. Hands can come back to your hips. We'll extend the front knee. And then back foot steps in for pyramid. Lengthening up. We'll exhale forward. Releasing over the right leg. Arms can release down. You might reach for your ankles or your calf. Hands come back to your hips, core's engaged. We'll inhale to lift. Back foot can step forward into mountain. Feet about hip width apart. This time we're going to step the right foot back for warrior one. Adjusting wherever you need to. Nice deep inhale, lengthening. On an exhale, hinging forward from the hips, airplane warrior, shoulder blades squeeze, pressing that left foot. On an inhale, lengthening up, front leg lengthens, exhaling to bend the front knee. Good, deep inhale. Exhaling forward, airplane. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to bend. One more time. On an exhale, hinging forward. Core is strong, inhaling to lift. Exhaling to bend. Good, hands back to your hips. Front leg extends. We'll step the back foot in a bit. And exhaling to hinge forward, pyramid. Hands and arms can release down. Head can hang down heavy. One more breath. Hands back to your hips. Core is strong, belly button to spine. Inhaling to lift back up. Back foot steps forward, mountain. Arms can relax down by your sides. You can grab a sip of water if you need to, and come back and join me for part 2.